Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan here. And I don't know about you, Jordan said, but you know how it is when you get into a fight, well, an argument, would say, or a debate with a TNA fan. Now, TNA fans are wrestling fans who like TNA wrestling, but they can't handle or don't respect anyone who watches World Wrestling Entertainment or WWE, or the case might be. So if you're ever getting in a fight with one of these people, this is sad. This is kind of how, unfortunately, this is sad, and this is how they act like. Oh, you like WWE, Diva Talks? It's like, oh, that's kid stuff. They do parental guidance. There's no blood and no swearing and stuff, and they got goofy gimmicks. Oh, but in TNA, we're television 14. We have blood and we have swear words and all types of crazy matches. Well, Jordan said, when you mean all crazy, are you referring to the Doctor of the Chaos, A.K. Festus, A.K. Luke Gallows, going around hitting people with a hammer? Oh, that's really hardcore. For a show that's television 14, they really don't do too much to push the envelope, and they got lousy ratings, Jordan says. So you want to... Usually at that point, a TNA fan will try to do feminine attacks to you and WWE by bringing up things that WWE has done over the years that they think was childless or immature or inappropriate. Oh, but they had the Muppets and the Three Stooges and Santa Claus host Monday Night Raw. Yeah, so they did. At least it was better than a bunch of assholes, a bunch of ham and eggers calling themselves the Ace and Aids, going around trying to be like the New World Order, trying to be like the Nexus, At least WWE doesn't rehash stuff like TNA does. Where's your evidence? Where's your proof that they rehash things? Yeah, remember Hardcore Justice? Yeah, they were trying to knock off the first two one-night stands with the ECW brand. No, they weren't. Those original. Oh, if it was so original, then why did TNA get sued for copyright infringement over ECW logos and images and stuff like that that were so original? Usually at that point, a TNA fan usually tries to find one thing they can cling on to say why they think TNA is better. And they usually will bring up the stupid X division, X-weight, cruiserweights, light heavyweights, whatever term you want to give them, flyweight. Oh, but we have X division wrestler like AJ Styles, and he's great. Oh yeah, but he's an independent wrestler. He's not like John Cena. More people know John Cena. True, a lot of people might hate him, but at least John Cena's well known, and at least he's been an 11-time WWE heavyweight champion. AJ Styles only won the TNA heavyweight championship once. Okay, and at least John Cena's not going around being a freaking emo like AJ Styles does. But AJ Styles is better. Okay? How is he so better? And no, the Ace and Aids are not knocking off the Nexus. Yes, they are. Doing the same shitty-ass thing the Nexus did. And don't get me started on Main Event Mafia. That's just a knockoff of Team WWE bursting Nexus at SummerSlam of 2010 AD. And it's a rehash of that shit, too. But we got Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan's great. Yeah. Well, Brad Maddox and Booker T and Dusty Rhodes and Mick Foley can do a better job as general managers than Hulk Hogan. And it just keeps on going and going and going. So the best thing to do, Jordan said, is just disagree with TNA fans. Because they're just other way to try to promote and say that they're an independent wrestling promotion that's been around for 11 years, that is losing money, making horrible ratings on television, having horrible buy rates on pay-per-view, horrible ticket sales, horrible merchandise, and don't treat their wrestlers right, and don't give them medical benefits. You bring up to them how they kept lying to Matt Morgan, how they didn't want to pay Jimmy Ion medical bills, and TNA fans can't really argue with those. So then they'll bring up some stupid things, some stupid arguments that make no sense, and they'll tell you that TNA is better. And well, they really can't counter any of the arguments, basically. So they'll say TNA is better. Oh, well, Diva Talk says, you see, TNA doesn't have to pay the wrestlers' medical bills. And as far as them misusing Matt Morgan, they weren't misusing Matt Morgan. He's a two-time TNA Tag Team Champion. They gave him opportunities. Yeah, they set him up to fail, Jordan says. And TNA goes around and hires every WWE reject they can get their hands on, and make them bash the WWE, make them say shit about them, then basically go around and plug their name. And Dixie Carter doesn't know anything about wrestling, and her father, Robert Carter, knows nothing about wrestling either. Oh, but at least they're better than Vince McMahon. You know, he's backwards. He doesn't understand wrestling. He understands wrestling, okay? Because at least World Wrestler 10's been around for 60 years, and they have never, and that must mean something. Come back and argue that with me again when TNA's 60 years old, but I hardly doubt it. So that's basically a little thing when a WWE fan has an argument with a TNA fan. And if it's not on the internet, that's more likely where it's at. Usually on YouTube or Daily Motion. It's usually like that. But anyway, that's it, Jordan said. I'll see you all later.